Hi guys, Official Ma here and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this YouTube channel, we'll talk about men's relationship and how to get you your dream girl. If you know this kind of content interests you, please hit the subscribe button down below and without being done, let's proceed to the video. In today's video, we shall be talking about 10 things that you do that instantly makes you lose respect in front of a woman. So let's dive into the video, shall we? Number one thing that you can do that instantly makes you lose respect in front of a woman is not following through your word. At first, it might seem like a small thing, it might seem like something very simple, like something like saying, I'll call you back later, and you don't call back later. Or things like, let's meet this weekend, you fix a date, and all of a sudden, they cancel. And when I'm talking about this, it's not something that maybe you did once, it's something that is being done repeatedly. Because at first, when you do it, it might seem as if, okay, let's give this person the benefit of doubt. But when it becomes a repeated habit, it instantly makes you lose respect. You make a promise and you keep on saying, I'm working towards it, and that thing doesn't get done. And this broken habit looks like inconsistency and it sounds like I can't rely on you. Because even apart from relationships, even in life, when you keep on saying things, when you keep on making promises to people and you don't fulfill it, people can't rely on you. And at some point, people stop trusting your word totally. I know most times it's hard because obviously we are not God to say things and follow through those things accordingly. And I think that making promises and not keeping to those promises are bad habits. These are habits that will form over time. And one thing about habits is that most times habits can get addictive. Even whilst that, you can still make conscious efforts to overcome some bad habits. How do we make promises and follow through them? In most cases, don't say things that you can't do. If you know that you're not sure of doing those things, don't say them. If you know you can't do them, don't even make the efforts to even say them in the first place. It's better off that you keep that person surprised than maybe saying something and not following through that thing. Or no matter how that person tries to gaslight you to say those things or to make those promises, don't make those promises. Number two thing that instantly makes you lose respect in front of a woman is trying too hard to impress. I was talking about this with someone yesterday, my brother, and I was telling him that there's some guys that, they post on their status or they post on their stories and, they start posting stacks of money and they start posting food, those kind of stuff. Do those things actually get girls? And he was saying that yes, actually those things do get some girls. And in my head I was like, do these things really happen? And I feel like most reasonable people will instantly lose respect for you if you're the kind of guy that always tries too hard to impress. You're always posting stacks of money, you're always posting food. Some people might even go as far as posting raw food and captioning it, "Who come and cook for me?" And you see so many girls, coming to their DM and start saying, "Oh, pick me," those kind of stuff. I'm just trying to be funny here, but it's actually true. People actually do that. There's a thin line between sharing your life. It's okay to share your experiences. It's okay to share parts of your life. But there's a difference between sharing your life and actually trying to sell your life. Because a man who wants to be seen as enough, who wants to badly be seen as enough, he might start performing. He might start talking about his car, his houses, how much he earned, without even someone asking him. No one asks you and you start talking about these things. And for me personally, I feel like that screams low self-esteem and the empty barrels make the loudest noise. People respect people that know their words without even needing an audience to clap for them. Number three, a man that avoids responsibility. Always blaming your past, always blaming your ex, always blaming the government, always blaming the system, blaming every single person for your misfortunes in life. For you as a person, you might feel like, oh, you're just being honest or you're just being open. But for the person that is listening, the person is thinking to themselves, do this person actually take responsibility? Do this person actually blame themselves for anything? Look at this from this angle. Everyone has pain. There's nobody that, don't have a story. Everyone have a story. But don't allow those stories, don't allow those circumstances to define who you are. Because when you start constantly complaining over those things, it shows one thing, that you're not ready to take ownership of your life. You're not set, you're not on that path yet. Instead of you complaining every time about how things are not your fault, instead ask yourself, what can I do better? Because there's one thing about this life, if you keep on chasing a witch, one day you might become that witch. A great philosopher said, be careful how you fight a monster so you don't end up becoming one. Because for you to catch a rat, you have to behave like a rat for that moment. You have to run like a rat for that, couple of minutes because you're chasing a rat. So if you keep on chasing, if you keep on complaining about these people, you keep on, my dad was this, my dad was that, you might end up becoming like that's your dad. You might end up becoming like those people that you constantly complain about. Look for ways that those things do not define who you are. That is maturity, that is strength. That is the kind of presence that earns everyone's respect. Number 4, making her the center of your universe too soon. At first, it might be romantic. At first, it might seem sweet. But over time, it gets tiring and boring. And she starts thinking to herself, does he have a life before he met me? Because there's one thing about showing someone love, and there's one thing about making that person the center of your life. You forget your habits, you forget your hobbies, you forget your job, you forget every single thing. You even forget your friends, people that you are friends with. You forget them because you are now in a relationship. You make this person the center of your life. You make this person the center of your universe. If you guys have not spoken maybe for a minute, you can't eat. In a healthy relationship, the two people have lives of their own. You have friends. You have things that you're doing apart from this person. And those two people choose to share their world. It's not someone forfeiting themselves, forfeiting their lives because they are now in a relationship, or they forfeit their goals in order to please the other person. Number 5, disrespecting people that are below you. There's something that I've said in a couple of my videos. To know someone's true character is to check how they treat people that they have nothing to gain from. Like if you respect your manager at work, or if you respect your boss at work, definitely you have something to gain, right? Because at the end of the month, that person would pay you. Or respecting someone that is rich because you aspire to gain a favor from that person. But respecting people that you have nothing to gain from, like there's nothing that you can gain from these people, that is how you know someone's true character. So when you're that kind of person that constantly look down on people or constantly disrespect people, she might not really say anything, but it registers in her mind and she starts thinking, be like, say, this man no be amo. This man, is he really reasonable? She might not really say those things out to you, but those things, those character registers in her subconscious. You're not trying to exercise authority, you're just showing that you have fragile ego. Number 6, bragging about being the good guy. One thing I've observed is that people that always feel the need to praise themselves or to say that they are good people, those category of people are actually the worst set of people. It comes in words like, I'm not like other guys, I know how to treat women right, all those kind of things to actually, caress your ego. You're praising yourself by yourself. If you're a good person, you don't need to say it. People will say it for you. A good market sells itself. You don't need to tell people that, oh, this thing is good, for them to say that that thing is good. People would actually say that, no, this guy is actually a good person. Even your enemies, there's how kind and easygoing that you be as a person. Even your enemies, even your ex, they want to bash you, but they can't help saying that, no, oh, this person, no, for this part, I won't say this about this person. Because even on bad days, people will testify that, no, you're not that kind of person. When you feel the need to always try to convince people that you are a good person, oh, I'm a good man, I have a good heart, it seems like a sales speech and it arouses something suspicious. The person will start thinking to themselves, this one that this person is trying to convince me that he's a good person, what is he actually trying to gain from me? Because when you're a good person, when you're a kind person, you don't need to tell anyone that you're a good person. You don't need to tell anyone that you're a kind person. It shows in your patience, your boundaries, your consistency, and your humility. You don't need to tell someone that you're a good person for them to say that you're a good person. Number 7, never apologizing or admitting faults. No one is perfect. You can't get it right every single time. So when a man refuses to say that, oh, I'm sorry, or it was my fault, it doesn't make you seem big. It actually does the opposite effect. You can't be perfect every single time. Real confidence is knowing when you are at fault, taking responsibility for your wrongdoings, and apologizing. Because let's be honest, what's really hard about saying I'm sorry? I feel like it's not I'm sorry that is really hard. Most times it's not coming from a place of pride, but it's coming from a place of fear. Because you fear that you'll be seen as weak if you admit that you're sorry. But that's not true. Ironically, when you admit that you are at fault, when you take responsibility for your actions, and you apologize, people would respect you more. Number 8 thing that would instantly make you lose respect in front of a woman is constantly comparing yourself to other men. You don't really need to do that. Don't say things like, oh, you're feeling proud because maybe, or you're raising up your shoulders because your ex was richer than me, or because your ex is taller than me, or because this person is this person is that. It shows that you're not confident in yourself as a person. You see another guy because maybe that guy is good looking or something, and you start being aggressive towards that person because you're jealous and because you feel the need to compare yourself to somebody else. You feel the need to say, oh, because he's richer than me, or because he's finer than me, or because he's this, he's that. Do not compare yourself to other men, because different people have different journeys in life, and comparison is a thief of joy. Don't compare yourself to other people. You don't know when they started their journey. Some people actually did have a very good head start in life. Let's take this example. Someone is traveling, someone is taking a flight from Lagos to London, and some other person is taking a flight from Port Harcourt to London. The person that is taking that flight from Lagos to London, that person obviously would get to their destination first. But the person that is traveling from Port Harcourt to London, the person has to, take a flight first from Port Harcourt to Lagos before they take some other flight to London. That is how you comparing yourself to other people sometimes looks like. You don't know where that person started their journey from, and you start feeling like you're not doing good, you're not doing your best, or you're not actually trying your best. But sometimes you have to look back and see where you started from and give yourself some accolades. Some people actually did have a good head start in life. And even apart from that, people have different journeys in life, and overtaking at any point in time is allowed. And the only thing that you can do for yourself is show up every single day. Number 9, being emotionally unavailable. You might feel like, oh, it's cool to, feel the need to be emotionally unavailable. If she does it once, maybe she asks you, oh, what's the problem? Why are you maybe suddenly being too cold towards me? And maybe you just give a flimsy excuse. As time goes on, she gets tired. Being emotionally closed for too long, it doesn't protect you, it actually isolates you. Number 10 characteristics that could make you lose respect in front of a woman is taking without giving. I know, relationships are not meant to be transactional, but if the other party is always giving, that person is always giving you time, affection, empathy, love, every single thing, and they're just taking without giving, as time goes on, the person gets tired and she feels like she's the only person doing the whole emotional labor, and the relationship starts to feel uneven because no one wants to feel like an option while treated as a provider. Reciprocate, not because you have to, but because you care. Respect is not something that you demand. It shows up in how you move, how you speak, how you carry yourself, how you treat other people, even when no one is watching. I hope you found this video very useful. If you did, don't forget to give this video a very big thumbs up, and please also don't forget to smash the subscribe button to be part of our community here on YouTube. I love you guys all, and see you in my next video. Cheers. At some point, people, and as one thing that you do that instantly makes you lose respect in front of people. Start feeling like you're not doing good, you're not. And sometimes you have to look back and see where you started from. Some people actually see where you started from.